Come on, Chiefs of the Kingdom. Breaking news. The big day is approaching. The Super Bowl is just a few hours away. Saturday started with an atmosphere of joy mixed with worry. We have important updates and I'll tell you everything you're betting on. But before we continue, click the like button if you've been a Chiefs fan for over 20 years. This is great for fans of all ages. There are people here who played in the first game. If possible, comment like this: "Come on, Chiefs." Tomorrow is the big day. We're just days away from Super Bowl 59, and an unexpected problem has hit both teams: illness. That's right, a wave of illness is sweeping through New Orleans and is now making its way into the Kansas City Chiefs locker room. With the big game against the Philadelphia Eagles looming, this isn't the kind of news fans wanted to hear. It all started when Eagles defensive tackle Jalen Carter missed his media availability on Wednesday due to an illness. He was also limited in practice, sparking concerns that the Philadelphia locker room was battling a virus. Carter was able to return as a full participant in practice later in the week, and no other Eagles players have appeared on the injury report with an illness. So it seems like Philly may have dodged a bullet. But now, the Chiefs are facing a similar situation. First, punter Matt Araiza appeared on the injury report with an illness. The good news? He was cleared to play on Friday. However, a new concern emerged late in the week. Practice squad defensive tackle Fabian Lovett had to leave practice on Friday due to illness. Head coach Andy Reid confirmed the news, saying, "The Chiefs had perfect attendance for the third straight day, although practice squad defensive lineman Fabian Lovett left midway through practice on Friday with an illness." Now, Lovett is not expected to play in the Super Bowl, but here's why this is still a big deal. If the illness is still circulating in the locker room, it could put key players at risk, especially guys on the offensive line and defensive stars like Chris Jones. The last thing Kansas City needs is for the flu to affect the team's performance on the biggest stage. So what do you think, Chiefs Kingdom? Is this just a minor setback, or could the illness really be a factor in Super Bowl 59? The Kansas City Chiefs may be about to lose one of their best defensive players to an AFC West rival, and that's a move that could shake up the division in a big way. With the Super Bowl against the Philadelphia Eagles looming, Kansas City is gearing up for the biggest game of the season, but once the confetti falls, the tough offseason decisions will begin. One of the biggest questions surrounding the Chiefs is what to do with linebacker Nick Bolton. He's set to hit free agency, and there's no doubt teams around the league will be interested in his services. But here's the thing, analysts believe the Las Vegas Raiders could make a serious push to sign him. Pro Football Focus Mason Cameron recently ranked the top linebackers hitting free agency, and he singled out Bolton as a top target for the Raiders. Here's what he had to say. With Robert Spillane's contract set to expire this offseason, the Raiders faced the tough decision of whether or not to extend the 29-year-old linebacker. Armed with ample cap space, Vegas could opt to invest in a younger option who emulates a similar skill set as a strong downhill run blocker in Bolton. Raiders defensive coordinator Patrick Graham is familiar with Bolton's game, as they played against each other in the AFC West, which could make it easier to make the investment needed to bring in the 25-year-old. This would be a brutal loss for Kansas City. Bolton has been an anchor for this defense, making big plays and setting the tone with his physicality. But the idea of him suiting up in silver and black? That's a nightmare scenario for Chiefs fans. During the 2023 season, Bolton played in 16 games, totaling 106 tackles, 3 sacks, 1 interception, 1 forced fumble, 2 fumble recoveries, and 6 passes defensed. Injuries limited him to just 8 games in 2023, but when he was on the field, he made an impact, racking up 60 tackles and another pick. The Chiefs originally drafted Bolton out of Missouri in the second round of the 2021 NFL Draft, and he wasted no time proving his worth. In his rookie season, he made 112 tackles, and in 2022, he had an incredible 180 tackles, 2 picks, and a forced fumble. He has been a tackling machine and a leader for the Kansas City defense. Now for the good news. Inside linebackers don't always break the bank, so there's a chance the Chiefs could find a way to keep him. But with the Raiders having cap space and a major need at linebacker, they may be willing to pay a premium to steal Bolton. So what do you think, Chiefs Kingdom? Should Kansas City prioritize re-signing Bolton, or should they let him walk and look for other options? The Kansas City Chiefs are one win away from securing their third consecutive Super Bowl title, but the big question on everyone's mind is, do the Chiefs need an elite performance from Travis Kelce to win it all? We've seen what Kelce can do in the biggest moments, but can he once again be the X factor against the struggling Philadelphia Eagles defense? This isn't the first time these two teams have met on the sport's biggest stage. Just 2 years ago in Super Bowl 57, the Chiefs pulled off a thrilling victory over the Eagles, winning on a last-second field goal. Now, with both teams back at the top of the NFL, we're expecting another classic matchup. The biggest storyline heading into this game? The Chiefs' offense versus the Eagles' defense. Patrick Mahomes is the heart of Kansas City's offense, but history shows that when the stakes are highest, it's usually Travis Kelce who shines. He's been the go-to guy in past Super Bowls, always finding ways to make big plays when his team needs them. But here's the thing, Kelce didn't have his usual dominant game in the AFC Championship. That begs the question, does Kansas City need a vintage Kelce performance in Super Bowl 59 to take home the Lombardi Trophy again? According to ESPN NFL analyst Mina Kimes, the answer is yes. I think so, not just because it's Travis Kelce, they don't really have a traditional number one wide receiver, but because of the matchup, Kimes said on First Take. What do we know about this Eagles defense under Vic Fangio? A lot of zone coverage. They play top down. Travis Kelce is overwhelmingly their answer against zone coverage. It's been that way for years. She continued, on the season, he has 95 targets against zone coverage. No other Chief has more than 31. It's very hard for me to imagine a world in this game, given this matchup, where he doesn't have a dominant game and the offense isn't efficient. Former NFL MVP Cam Newton also weighed in, saying, Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce's Wi-Fi connection is always connected. When is it best connected? In the zone. Does it have to be a vintage performance? No, just do your job. Kelce has always thrived under pressure, and if the Chiefs are going to overcome the Eagles, he'll need to exploit those weaknesses in the defense. Philadelphia will be primed to limit big plays downfield, which means Kelce could once again be Mahomes' most reliable target to move the chains and finish drives in the red zone. So, what do you think, Chiefs Kingdom? Will Travis Kelce have another legendary Super Bowl performance, or can Kansas City find other ways to attack the Eagles' defense? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on the latest Chiefs news. Let's bring home that third straight Super Bowl win. Go Chiefs!